On the way down screaming, if all we have is time, then we'll be alright.
Hey guys, oSgtKickAss and welcome to my Week 2 predictions for the Premier League season. Week 1 predictions I got completely wrong because there was a lot of shock results. Chelsea lost to Burnley. Brighton they didn't beat Man City, but they outplayed them for a while. They held their own for a long time, and Tottenham got held off a long time by Newcastle as well. So there was a lot of shock results there, and some lower teams surprising everyone. Even Brighton fucking won. Brighton were top of the Premier League at one point. What the fuck was that? I mean, they're second now. Man United obviously fucked over West Ham, which was expected. 4-0 though. Oh my god, even Pogba played well and scored. So there was a lot of shock results from the first week, but now we're going to get into the second week predictions. Right, the first match is Man United versus Swansea. Swansea played Southampton last week and drew 1-1, I believe, or 0-0, I can't remember. But Man United, looking how strong they were last week, Swansea played a lot worse than West Ham did, and West Ham got fucked 4-0. So I'm going to predict, just because Man United are going to keep that form running, I reckon they're going to win 4-0 this year. This year? Fucking hell. 4-0 in this game. What's wrong with me? Swansea are at home, so they had that advantage, whereas West Ham were away at Old Trafford. But I think Man United will want to keep that form going, and I think 4-0's very possible for them. Lukaku played absolutely incredible. Rashford, everyone on their team was just absolutely incredible for them. So I reckon 4-0 win to Man United. Next match is Bournemouth-Watford, and Watford had a good first week against Liverpool, actually drawing 3-3. Wow, it was very shocking. Whereas Bournemouth lost their first game, so they're not going to be in the best of places. So I think Watford are going to win this game 1-0. Obviously it's early days and these two teams are not expected to be top. They're usually around the 15th, 14th mark. So they're very similar in quality. But I think Watford, because of the confidence from the last game, will have the slight advantage here. And I reckon Watford will pick up a 1-0 win over Bournemouth. Right, next into Burnley-West Brom. Burnley were absolutely incredible against Chelsea, beating them 3-2. I mean, that was the shock result of the weekend. Burnley 3, Chelsea 2. That was not expected at all. Although Chelsea did play well to get back into the game, they couldn't get fully back into it, so they did lose. Morata was a key player for them. He got them back into that game, so he was very important for them. Because of this game and West Brom's performance last week, which wasn't the best, I'm going to predict Burnley 2, West Brom 1. Burnley have a lot of confidence after that game against Chelsea, and I think looking at the West Brom game, if they go into it with the same attitude they did against Chelsea, they're going to have a very solid performance, and I think they're going to pull off a 2-1 win, purely because I think West Brom will just nick a goal, but not enough for them to win the match. Right, the next game, Leicester versus Brighton. I have this as a 1-1 draw. Leicester performed very well against Arsenal, actually went ahead twice, 2-1 and 3-2, but they just didn't do enough to convince me that they can win this game, especially after Brighton held off Man City for so long. They were so good. It was just, they were very solid in defence. Obviously Man City were always going to get the goal to go ahead in the end, but Brighton did incredible in that game to keep them off. So I think they're going to be a lot better against Leicester, and I think they could even nick a goal. So I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this, because both teams had a loss in their first week, but they both showed some quality strengths. Next game is Liverpool versus Palace. Liverpool are going to have come out and have something to prove in this game. Obviously they got shown up by Watford. Watford showed them what they are. They showed the cracks, and I think Palace are going to want to come out and perform after that devastating loss last week to Huddersfield. So Palace are going to want to come out and prove a point, but I think Liverpool just have that bit more quality, and you could see missing Coutinho did them a lot of harm. So I think Liverpool are going to win this 2-1 because of the quality they have over Palace. Obviously Palace don't have the best of teams because it's not their fault, they just don't. They don't have the money. Liverpool have a quality team, and I think they've just got that bit more quality over Palace, so I reckon Liverpool are going to win 2-1. Southampton versus West Ham. West Ham had an absolute slaughtering last week, and Southampton only held Swansea off for a draw, which was quite surprising. I thought they would have comfortably won that, but I think Southampton are going to win this game 2-0. West Ham were just weak all over the pitch last week. Bilic got showed up with his tactics, they just weren't good enough, and overall West Ham, it wasn't the best performance they've ever had. So I think, and Southampton did okay but not incredible. They probably should have done better against Swansea, but let's hope West Ham put in a better performance. But I do think Southampton are going to win 2-0 this week. Finally, on the Saturday, the last game of the Saturday is Arsenal versus Stoke. Arsenal are going to win 2-0 in my eyes. Obviously, I'm going to hope because I'm an Arsenal fan. But I think 2-0 is obvious. Well, not obvious, but I think it's a very good guess. Because Arsenal, we have the strong attack. Obviously, our defence is a bit weak, which means we could get exposed a little bit by Stoke. Because we are missing Koscielny. And I think we will do okay in this game. I think we've just got that extra quality up front to their defence. Obviously got Kurt Zouma there now, and he's going to help them a lot. But I think if we play our passing game, don't play too many passes, I think we can win this game 2-0. And I think Lacazette's going to put in a good display, and I think Giroud might put in a good display if he comes on in the later minutes of the game and could nick a goal. So I reckon we're going to win this game 2-0. So yeah, let's hope for that. The next game is Huddersfield versus Newcastle. Huddersfield had an incredible showing last weekend, and Newcastle were doing great against Spurs until Shelvey got red carded, which is a bit of a disappointment for them. But I think this game is going to be a lot more equal. Palace were very weak last week, so that could make Huddersfield look better than they were. I'm not going to predict a win, and I can't predict a loss for anyone this. I'm just going to go a nice 2-2 draw. Newcastle want to prove something, and Huddersfield's defence is not as solid as Spurs, obviously. So I think Newcastle can get 2 goals, but I don't think they're strong enough to keep Huddersfield out either. So I'm going to predict a 2-2 draw in this match, and I think it just seems a draw is what's going to happen in this game. It just seems more logical than a win or a loss. The next game is Spurs versus Chelsea, and I hate both of these teams. I wish they could both lose, but unfortunately I've got to go for Spurs winning. Hate predicting a Spurs win, but I'm predicting a 3-1 win over Chelsea. Chelsea obviously got 2 red cards in the last game, Cahill and Fabregas, and I'm not sure any of them have got overturned, so they're missing 2 key players there. And yes, I reckon they're going to start Morata, which is going to give them bolster that attack and potentially nick them the goal. But I think Spurs' quality overall to what Chelsea can put out, now they're missing a couple of key players, is Spurs have just got more quality now, and I think they're just going to play Chelsea around off the park, and I reckon it's going to be a 3-1 win to Spurs. And I hate predicting Spurs winning. Why do Spurs have to win? Fuck's sake. I wish Spurs could lose, but Chelsea don't have the quality at the moment. So I'm going to go Spurs 3, Chelsea 1, and I reckon Dele Alli and Eriksen are going to have good games like they did last week. And Kane, I don't think he'll score, but he'll definitely put in a good performance. He never scores in the first month of the Premier League, so yeah. Right, finally the last game, which is on a Monday this week. Man City versus Everton. Everton, good team, got some solid players. Won 1-0 last week. but Man City were very good against Newcastle. Obviously Newcastle did well to hold them off, but in the end, no, sorry, who was it? Brighton did very well to hold Man City off, but in the end they were always going to break them down. They've got that quality. They've got Aguero, Jesus Gabriel, they've got Gundogan, they've got everybody in the fucking planet that's good at football. So they've got a very solid team. I just think a 3-1 win is logical for Man City versus Everton. Everton are going to put in a good performance, no doubt, but Man City's quality over Everton's, even though Everton have bought a lot of players, Man City's is just that bit better. So I believe Man City are going to pick up a 3-1 win over Everton. Anyway guys, I hope you did enjoy this video and agree with my predictions. Hit a like if you did enjoy the video, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.